back to my channel, guys. We're just here for a yarn. I don't actually have any questions prepared, but I was maybe thinking I can look some up.
Look up some questions?
Yep. Some discussion points.
Oh, God. Well, we have a full tank, so...
Not really. Nah, we do basically.
Oh, really? You want to fight now, this early into the video?
I really don't want to be in here for a whole tank.
Yeah, I've got places to be too, actually.
Where are you going?
Out.
With?
I'm going out.
Who are you going out with?
Maddie Mug.
Who's Maddie Mug?
How do you not remember this? Remember when I told you I was going out for dinner with some guy from work and I made up that name?
And you went for a seafood buffet, even though you hate seafood.
I hate
and
seafood.
You ate lobster, but you're actually having dinner with my parents, right?
Yes.
I knew the whole time.
Yeah.
I knew? Did you know that I knew?
Of course. Yeah, like it wasn't... The whole situation was so wild. Like... There was no secrets. There was no way I was able to hide it because it was such a drama for the simple fact that you were moving in.
Yeah, I know, right?
That, like, of course, I never go out to dinner with anyone, and I just happened to go out to dinner the next week with someone, but I can't tell you who.
And I've never heard of this person ever in my life.
Yeah.
But I've heard of all of your work friends.
The only other scenario is like, oh, he's like, if it hadn't have been your parents, it would have been like, oh, he's cheating. Like,
I was saying to Haley the other day, who let me get married in 3 months? Sorry?
I think that if we weren't living together, people might have been like, calm down, you know? Like, they would have been like, you don't have to rush into this, but I think because you already moved in, everyone was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll have to make this situation right, which...
I know, right?
In their opinion. But
yeah, that was a whole thing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I can't believe that. I look back on my year last year and I'm just like dumbfounded at all the crap that just happened. I reckon if we weren't living together, I would have waited longer.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably. But also
no, Haley was leaving.
Haley was leaving, yeah.
Yeah. Nat's closest friend, for anyone that doesn't know. Because surely there's people that might not know this story.
Yeah, that's true.
Nat's closest friend, for anyone that doesn't know, was leaving to go to London, to live in London indefinitely.
Yeah.
When I had proposed to Nat, and she was leaving 3 months from when I had proposed. So then it was kind of like, all right, Nat really wanted her to be at the wedding. Obviously, you know, I did too. And
did ya?
Yeah, at my own wedding. Oh, Haley, what are you doing? So it was just kind of like, well, let's try and fit it all in.
Seriously.
It's hard to explain that situation without making it sound like
Haley forced me into it or something.
You got married in 3 months just because of one person.
It wasn't that.
But also, like, we kind of,
we wanted to, well, I knew, I can only speak on my behalf. I feel like I knew I wanted to be with you forever very early on. So I was like, yeah, 3 months, who cares? Why wait longer? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you know, you kind of know. Why do I need to postpone it? But like, it's crazy that I planned a wedding in 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, it was really just like the biggest things was just like reception venue, church, and then videographer/photographers. It's 3 big things, and then the rest of the stuff was small, but
yeah,
it was more like just getting those 3 out was super stressful.
And making sure that like people had availabilities in 3 months for an event like this. Because obviously people who plan a wedding have at least a 6-month engagement, I feel like. And so that gives you enough time to book something in. But
yeah. I'm pretty sure I put a deposit down for some other place without saying anything as like a backup. And I think I just forgot about it.
No, you didn't.
I think so. What was it?
Did you get your money back? I
don't remember. It was a bit of a whirlwind, that whole... I don't think I cared. No, I didn't care at the time. And I mean, I don't now. It's ages ago now because I was like, yeah, I'll just, whatever. Like, let's just make it happen.
Yeah. Because, like, at the end of the day, you really did get married for me. Because for you, it's
I mean,
like
it was lovely. It was a really nice day. Like,
quote unquote, the best day of your life, you said.
Yeah. Now I can downplay it because like the high is worn off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the reality of married life is setting in. You know, what do we talk about? But no, it was an amazing day.
But you still did it mostly for me,
yes.
which is like
I mean, I didn't.
Pretty nice.
I never. Yeah,
it's a pretty big and expensive gesture.
I never really felt like we had to be married for me to know that we're together and that we're in a safe, secure relationship. And I'm not saying that's entirely the reason you wanted it either, but
no, I think I wanted it a lot because of my faith background, obviously.
Yeah.
Being Catholic, it's such a big. There's a deeper meaning, basically, for a number of reasons. Really, honestly, not really even to be secure in a relationship. Obviously, that is a thing, but I think without marriage, I would still be secure. Like, as your girlfriend, I still felt secure in our relationship. But being married kind of, I guess, solidifies that. But also, actually, thoughts. Being like post being married, do you think anything has changed in our relationship in terms of our commitment to each other?
Not. Is that a guinea pig?
No.
Oh no, it's just a really small dog. That looked like a guinea pig. I don't think as. I mean, I was committed. Like, so for me, it's like I kind of decided. It wasn't like a light bulb moment, but it kind of in my head, it was just like, yeah, it looks like we're just going to be together, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
And getting married was just kind of like, to me, it was more of a celebration, not so much of a next step. It was more just like all right, like we're all acknowledging this now, and we can all celebrate it as like this official thing. But it wasn't like, all right, you're married, so you're in the next step of a relationship. Like, it didn't feel like that. Getting deep with the marriage.
Well, yeah, because I feel like we haven't even spoken about it since we got married.
We talk about it all the time.
No, we don't. We
talked about getting married a lot very shortly after. There was a period there after we got married where that was a lot of the conversation, like, oh my God, we got married.
But it wasn't like the deep part. I feel like it was just like, we got married.
It was what?
Oh, we got married.
We got married. Whatever.
Anyway, that happened. Still can't believe it sometimes.
Yeah. Is this about to be like a marriage advice video?
No, please.
Take it from us. We've been married for less than 12 months. We'll tell you how it's meant to be. No.
Not at all. It just flowed in the conversation, Daniel. Come on, nah. Do you have any ins and outs so far of the year?
As in like, that's so totally in, I'm done with, and then I'm done with that though. That's out.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Like things I guess you like and have learnt. Like good things basically, first half of the year, bad things. Second, like...
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Good thing, easily going to Singapore.
Oh.
Very, very cool to do that.
First international trip?
First international overseas trip, which was very, like, I guess for me, as you already know, it was very relieving to be able to finally just, like, take the mystique of, like, getting on a plane, traveling to another country away.
Oh.
Because I never really had those opportunities growing up. And I wasn't really too keen on, like, traveling alone.
A third return flight.
Yeah, third time doing a return flight, anything, which was... It was really cool. The turbulence on the way back, which you don't really remember because you were asleep. Yeah. So was everyone, actually.
Well, because we caught the red eye.
Yeah. They're like, everyone was asleep on the plane, but then the turbulence hit and the seatbelt light came on. And I was sort of sitting there thinking, like, is this normal? Like, which obviously, you know, it was probably well within normal limits. It was like, I don't think I'm exaggerating. It was pretty bloody bumpy, but I couldn't look at anyone for reassurance because everyone was just like asleep. And I was looking around.
You should have woken me up.
It wouldn't have mattered. You would have just been like, Yeah. your reassurance in that sort of a situation doesn't count for much, only because you're half asleep and you're so used to it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're just like, you'd just be like, yeah, whatever. If I die, I die.
Yeah,
At least
I
I
am
was
like
asleep.
that.
I really wanted to sleep. I wish I could have, but I just couldn't
That was
relax.
when you got pneumonia.
So, yeah, out pneumonia. That sucks. Cause,
coming on to 3 months.
yeah. Well, I'm kind of at the back end of it now, which is really good. I just have like these random nausea type symptoms every now and again. But I was meant to start a job on the 1st of May, and then that didn't happen until the...
like 1st of June or something.
9th of June.
Oh, gosh, I didn't realise that was so long. Cannot recommend.
It's the most sick I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And in getting a new job that I actually like, and what else? Those are like the biggest things that sort of stand out. Slowly learning how to cook in. Oh,
yeah, you're getting good at that. I like that you only have one out.
What was my one out? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
What?
I heard back from a cafe.
Good or bad?
Got a job. Thank you for your application. We would like to invite you for a group interview.
A group interview?
That is chat.
Wait, a group interview for a cafe job?
I can't make it on a Monday, babes. I got a job.
What?
At 10 a.m.
What else does it say?
That's it.
Group interview for
also,
a hospo
you're sending me this email like on a Sunday afternoon for an interview tomorrow, babes.
Well,
anyway,
do you reckon it's worth trying to get to it? It could be worth taking that chance.
Group interview?
Look, I don't like him either, but it's a job opportunity.
I think I'm gonna reply and be like, I can't make it, but I would love to chat with you guys if you have any spare time during this week. These are my availabilities.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to say, because then it gives me an opportunity to kind of showcase myself and initiative.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to go about it. And that way, at least you maybe increase your chance of like getting them one-on-one, which is like when you could probably do better, because I hate group interviews so much.
They're horrible. I really don't think they should exist.
Anyway. I think it's just to see, like, I understand.
I think it's just like, I understand like the process in terms of, we have all these applications.
Yeah.
Let's just pump them out.
And but we also want to see how like you interact with other people and stuff. But
maybe I should talk about my ins and outs, because you didn't ask me.
Sorry. What are your ins and outs so far this year?
Thanks for asking.
I thought this was an interview.
I never said at all this was an interview. I said this was a little chat, a little chin wag, a little ramble.
A yarn.
A little yarn. I love a yarn sesh.
Oh, quick. One last in. I just remembered. It's going to be an in. It's not an in yet, but like running. Start running properly and not be stupid with it. Sorry.
You're going to be so upset with my first in, because you're going to wish you said it. The cats.
They're in, yeah. Actually, you know what? They are kind of out at the moment.
Hey!
Yeah.
No, they're just learning how to get along.
Well, learn quicker, because I'm sick of listening to you guys yell at each other. And Belle is just so like...
I don't know what her angle is.
Well, that's the thing. In my head, I'm like, I know for a fact you guys are going to be cuddling in like a spot on the lounge like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, you just have to get to know each other.
Just do it already. Like, don't stop yelling at each other and just get along. And also, too, like, Frankie's so cute.
Yeah.
Why would you want to abuse her?
She's so sweet. But she's a bit skits.
She is a bit skits. What?
I can't think of any hints.
Are you more... So I was mostly ins. Are you going to be mostly out?
No, because I'm going to try and be positive and grateful for the life that I live.
You don't have to be grateful.
Because I've been too neg. No, I was talking to Haley about this the other day. We're going to try practice not being so neg.
In gratitude.
Yes. That's pathetic. I don't want that one. It's not pathetic, sorry. I don't want to make that an in.
The chick that's like, oh, I will need to stop being negative. That's pathetic.
No, in. This is so cringe. I hope she doesn't see this, but Haley, even though she's in London, I feel like we've grown closer since she's been in London.
It's like a kid moving out of home.
Yeah.
They have a better relationship with their parents as a result.
Well, no, because I think we grew closer when I moved into her place last year. And then I think since she's moved out, she's going through it. She's having a tough time. And so I feel like I've been able to be there for her.
Yeah.
And that has in turn made our relationship grow closer.
Yeah.
So that is an in. What's an out? Out my job situations. I don't know what I want to do with my life. And if I could, I would be a lady of leisure. But that's just not how the world works. You gotta hustle to make money to then be a lady of leisure. So just trying to figure out job situation, get something stable. And that's been really hard because it's so defeating when you are applying for jobs and you don't hear back from anyone. Even if it's to be like, oh, you're not fit for the team or you're not the right.
Not a right fit, yeah.
Yeah, like even if it's to be knocked back, I just want to hear from you.
Whoa.
Just like literally just formulate a generated email, click the candidates that you don't want in and just send them out.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Even like if it comes down to like an admin situation where like you don't have the time or you don't have the personnel, like it's not that hard for you to send an email out. Anyway, just me going on a bit of a rant. That's my out.
Job searches in general is out.
I'm gonna show you guys the view. Do I have another out?
Marriage.
No, not really. It's nice having you around. Oh, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Ins and outs.
Yeah, I'm bored of it. It's really nice, actually.
This is like 20 minutes from our place.
I know, we're very blessed.
Yeah.
When we have kids, what are your technology rules going to be?
Oh, I don't know. Well, how do you even? It's just we're gonna have to vibe it because it's all also really gonna depend pretty heavily on like
society.
Well, like what's happening with the kids in their class and their friends and like because it's past the point now where like you can not have a phone and not feel like you're a social outcast. Yeah,
like, I felt that in school, and that was only just when iPhones and stuff were coming out. So yeah, like I always wanted a phone, but it wasn't because I wanted to be super connected. I think it was just because like the apps looked really cool. I just wanted to have games and stuff. Just so lame. But nowadays, if you don't have a phone, you're essentially not in the social bubble
mix.
Yeah.
Because that's how everyone...
You're excluded.
Yeah, like that's how everyone is connected.
That's so sad.
So it's hard. I mean, like I don't really want to... I would like to think that I could keep it away from them for as long as possible, only for their own sake. Yeah. But it's probably going to hold them back. It might do them good, but...
You got a phone when you were 15?
Yeah, I got my first phone when I was in year 9, so I was 14, 15.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I was young for my year, but 14, 15.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like...
And I got mine in
year 6. And it was a flip, like it was a little flip phone, like it was a Samsung, like $100.
Oh, I forget our age difference though, actually, because like you're 5 years older than me, so technology was still not that big of a deal. No, sorry, technology was, but it wasn't as developed and as a big of a deal as it is today.
2009
yeah,
was year 9 for me.
You know,
so that's when I got.
I was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was 14.
It's crazy.
It was when I got a job and when I started like being a little more independent and stuff.
And I guess I started being a little bit more independent younger. Like I was walking home alone in year 6.
Yeah, I would.
So I did have a phone just in case anything would happen. It'd just be like a Nokia brick. But
I would I would
This place,
do that.
side note, is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never been here before.
I would walk places and do things on my own, but my mum just didn't want me to have a phone.
I worked for a family as a, you know this, you guys might not know this. I worked for a family as like an au pair, a live-in nanny / cleaner, and they had after school 40 minutes of screen time. They had to get through a few things on their list first before they were able to cash that in. And that was 40 minutes, that's it. 40 minutes of screen time for the whole afternoon up until they go to sleep. They might watch a movie with their parents in the night or something, but I thought that was such a great rule. Like, and you can split it up. You can do 20 minutes now and 20 minutes later, or you can do 40 minutes straight. They would usually choose to do 40 minutes straight because, you know, the dopamine. But
yeah, once you get on a roll.
Exactly. But I thought that was so smart. Like, you have to do these things first and then you get to cash in this reward, because it is a reward.
Yeah.
And then they would have to fill their time with other things, like jumping on the trampoline, playing with their dolls. I love that rule till this day.
How old were they?
When I was babysitting them, it was kindy, year 3, year 4.
See, that's like a pretty good rule.
Yeah, I love it.
Those ages, yeah.
Yeah.
The older they get, though, the harder it's going to be to, like, try to...
control that.
Yeah. Oh, this is so nice.
It is so pretty. Oh, the ponies.
That's the view that I like. Flat and then mountains.
Yeah, I'll show you guys what he's talking about.
It's so nice.
Gosh, we're blessed to live in Australia.
Yeah, crazy lucky. Do you find it weird, like, having conversations like this with a camera on? Are you actively trying to be normal, or do you feel comfortable to just be yourself? Because the only thing that I've ever, like, the main reason I might have ever felt, like, apprehensive about being in a video is because I hate having conversations where I can tell the person I'm talking to is not being themselves.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm asking is like, are you actively trying to be yourself, or are you just relaxed enough?
I think...
because, like, you kind of put because sometimes when a camera's on...
you put a layer.
You get a layer between you and, like, the audience where it's
sure.
Okay, I'm trying to be this really entertaining, engaging person that they want to listen to, but I also need to also not look like I'm trying to do that, so I'm trying to be myself as well.
Yeah. I think it ties into... I think, there's just so many layers. I feel like at the start of making videos, I really felt like I had to be this fun, chirpy, engaging, upbeat gal pal.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you were like, you're not like that. And I was like, yeah, I guess so, but I'm not even intentionally trying to be that. It just happens.
It just happens when the camera's on.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
A persona, some would say.
Yeah.
And so since our conversation, this is a very cute little town that I've never been through.
This is Jamboree. This is Jamboree Pub. How nice is it?
We should have dinner here one night.
It's pretty good. Yeah, we should.
I'm talking about? Oh, a persona, some would say. But since our conversation, I've been very intentionally trying to be like, relax, Nat. Like, you can be yourself, and like the right people, the right audience will appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I am finding it really hard. Let's say I'm having a bad day, but I need to put up a video. I'm finding that balance hard. Like, I want to be myself, but I'm not in the mood to film, but I kind of want to and need to film because I'm trying to maintain this consistency.
Because those are the days where I feel like it probably is also beneficial to just be like, if you have to film a video on a day that you're having a bad day, talk about your bad day.
Yeah, as much as I put out on the internet and online, I still want there to be private things. And so I'm still trying to find that line, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's what I struggle with. Like, if you're saying filming on a bad day and talking about the bad day, I'm like, I don't know if I want people to know that.
I guess it depends what
the bad day is.
Like, if somebody in your life, if family passes away or whatever, it's kind of like, all right, well, I want to do this privately. But if it's like, there's so many car troubles lately.
Yeah, and I guess I can totally filter what I will say about the bad day, so to speak, and I don't have to tell the full story.
Yeah.
I don't have to unpack every single detail about how I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it and get deep if I want to keep those things private still. But I'm just still trying to find that line, I think. And also, I've been thinking about it recently a lot. But especially on, especially on platforms that have short form content like Instagram, TikTok, I feel like you very rarely see the bad days. And I've just been like, I don't know, I think I've been torn with wanting to show the bad days, but also going, no one else is showing their bad days.
Yeah.
Especially on Instagram. Yeah, because everyone posts their highlight reel. Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that everyone is posting their highlight reel. And probably a lot of people might feel the same way as I do, but people are too nervous to post about it because they're going to be scared of being judged.
Yeah.
But also, that's just you being real.
Yeah.
And I even find myself judging someone if they post a reel of them crying. Like, I don't think I could ever do that. But, like, that's pretty real.
Yeah, but see, then, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Because I only ask because, like, I think personally, not that I'm trying to be an influencer or a YouTuber or anything like that, but, like, I just feel like for me, it's, like, I'm not forcing how I am right now.
No.
But I'm hyper aware of the fact that it is, in a sense, almost performative.
Well, yeah.
To be like...
Because you're talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like,
and it just feels like, for me, I'm just hung up, and I'm not saying what I'm saying is right or this is how everyone should feel, but there's just like a level of it to me where I'm like, this is just fake. It's not real. Like, it's just, and why would anyone care? B, this is how I would feel. I'd be like, who am I to make a video about anything that anyone would want to watch? Because, like, they're living their own life. They have their own things. Like, so what I did this, it's not their life. Like, why would they care to know? Which is actually pretty grim now that I'm
saying it out loud. Yeah. Verbalizing it.
Pretty bleak. Because then it's almost like, why would anyone care about me?
It's pretty pick me.
Yeah. Stop it. Thanks for the likes, but you didn't have to.
Felt cute, might delete later.
Might delete later unless I get like 1,000 likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Giving Jimmy. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Otherwise, I'll delete it.
I get it though. I feel like, you do think a bit like that about a lot of things.
Yeah, like if it doesn't feel like 100% authentic, then...
Well, and how can anything on social media feel authentic? Like, so how are you supposed to differentiate?
There's so many things on there.
Differentiate.
Yeah.
The real from the fake.
But there are so many things on there though. Like when you're like, oh, somebody uploads a video of them crying, you have to imagine that person like set their camera up.
Yeah,
and then they sit back on their bed and they're like,
they continue crying.
Okay. And then, or maybe they weren't even crying to start with, and then they're like, okay, time to cry. Or like...
surely that doesn't happen. Like that...
See, I think that it probably is. Or like being on social media, and I just think of like this curated... Yeah, even if it is like a bad day, it's like this, curated, like, this is how I'm doing and this is how I'm handling it, and look at me for...
See, that's so funny though, because you were like, I think on your bad days you should film that.
Yeah, but not like... But I don't mean like wailing into the camera. I just mean like talking about your bad day. I'm not sort of saying like, oh, I'm crying right now, so I need to film myself and put it on YouTube. I'm sort of talking more about like acknowledging the fact that, guys, I had a real good day today and this is what happened. Yeah. And like after you've already dealt with it, you're talking about it after the fact as opposed to like...
Yes. Because you're able to still share that but keep things private.
Yeah.
Well, I did kind of do that in my closet clean out video. I started the video and the day just turned to shit. And so I stopped and I started filming again another day.
Yeah.
And I kind of said, hey, I was having a bad day. We've come back a few days later. Let's get into it. Like, I
didn't even know that.
You didn't even watch my video.
No, I've just seen so many of them that it's hard to tell.
It meshes into one.
What I haven't seen and haven't seen, actually.
But yeah. I've been really thinking about that though, like online.
I wasn't saying that like you're fake. This feels fake.
I know. I don't think you think that of me.
Yeah. I think for me it's just different because I don't want to be cringe.
Mm.
And I don't want to not be like authentic and real about stuff.
Yeah. Like I definitely feel the same way, and I don't want to be putting any more fake shit out there than there already is.
Yeah.
Like I want to be someone who is real.
Definitely like real people doing
online.
Well.
Oh, for sure. I think because the internet is so saturated with creators, everyone is trying to stand out so they can find their audience quicker. And so they're trying a bit hard and they're not being real and they're not being authentic and they're doing clickbaity things.
Yeah, well, that's kind
and I think like that's super lame. I'm really trying to figure it out, this whole YouTube thing and this figuring out the line between keeping some of my life private but also sharing and being real with the people who get to watch me online.
Yeah. Also, actually, too, as well, I'll just say this side of YouTube or these sorts of videos are so totally videos that I didn't even really think people watched or acknowledged or cared for.
As in, like the type of videos that I make?
Yeah, well, like, and I just couldn't ever imagine myself just watching a video of
someone cleaning out their closet.
Like a girl cleaning out their closet or like being like, this is my makeup routine and stuff, or which...
Such a different audience.
Yeah, like, because it's so not within my, like field of vision.
Mm. I know that I watch YouTube videos because I am invested and interested in the person and I guess the life that they live.
Yeah.
And the type of things that they're interested in. And I could watch their videos even like I'm happy to watch a video of them just talking to the camera for like 40 minutes straight because I'm interested in them as a person.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm hoping I find like friends on the internet who find me interesting, I guess, or who want to be friends with me via YouTube. But
no, I get that because like if I
like I want to build a little community of friends.
Yeah.
Who like
that's what podcasters do.
Yeah. But also like I'm finding it really hard to be a YouTuber without being an influencer. And I know I've spoken to you about this before.
Still don't get the difference.
But the difference is like being an influencer, well, I guess the difference in my mind is influencers make a lot more short form content. And I just like, I can do it, but I don't want that to be my main content creation.
Right.
I love long form, like bring YouTube back to like 2010, like the good old days.
When actually, I'm not trying to break you apart and,
you can
cut to the core.
Please cut to my core.
When you say something like, I want to be a YouTuber, but I'm struggling to yada yada, whatever. Why does it have to be a struggle? Why can't you just do the thing that you want to do?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be a struggle. Because I've spoken to you about this before, you literally are like, no, you can so be a YouTuber without being an influencer. Because in my head, they cannot exist separately from each other.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was like limiting.
I think I was focusing on too much. What? I was limiting
what's possible.
Yes.
Like you thought like, oh, I have to do it all.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't enjoy doing it all. I really like I enjoy posting on Instagram every now and then. Love making those little reels, but I put this expectation on myself that I need to do that as consistently as YouTube.
Yeah.
but I don't enjoy it.
There's like really, really big channels out there and they barely use their Instagram.
Yeah. Like I know so many YouTubers who have been doing it for such a long time who don't even consider themselves as influencer because they didn't start off on Instagram. It's short form, it's quick, it's easy dopamine, which is like a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Anyway. That was a doozy to end on. But I like that question. I've actually been wanting to talk to them about it for a while. About struggling.
Who? Talk to who? Them?
The people who are watching.
Are they with us right now in this car?
I think that brings us to the end of the video.
Does it? Have you talked enough?
I've talked enough. This footage is 1 hour and 15 minutes.
We're only an hour and 16 minutes in. We haven't even...
Bloody hell, I can yap. We both can. I can yap way more than you can.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming back to my channel to watch another video.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with me and yarning with me.
Weirdest Uber ride ever.
It's going to be a really expensive ride.
Yes, it is. I'm already at $400.
An hour and a half? Blimey.
Blimey.
Seriously.
You've never said blimey ever in your...
Yes, I have.
Okay, no, you're being
fake.
fake.
I actually have said blimey though. Remember to do all the things, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Turn the notification bell on because I post every week. What else do I say at the end of my video?
Be kind to one another.
Yes.
That's the thing you always say.
Remember to be kind to one another because being mean is lame and it's out. It's an out. Being mean is an out.
Being mean is an out. Yeah. I'll pay that.
Do you have any last words? Farewells? Bitter do's?
No, I don't really actually. It's very anticlimactic, isn't it? Climactic? Anticlimactic.
Goodbye, guys.
My last word will be anticlimactic.
See ya in next week's video. Bye! Thanks for doing that with me.
Well, I hope the mic's all good.
Me too.